due to some requests, I'm going to be going through one of my games, and I'll probably do this with every map at some point, but starting with Lotus, I'm going to go through one of my games and just explain what I'm doing as a kind of different guide to how to play the map to what's normally seen, where it's just showing lineups and setups. But pretty much this first round, we kind of just got demolished, but I like to place my turret back there in that room, even though it doesn't allow me to go onto site. If we have someone else like Gecko that can carry bomb, that turret allows for very easy flank watch, and it gets quicker line of sight on them so that we know they're flanking. Like we knew this Vayner was flanking early enough, we can rotate off that. Whereas if we get held back in bubble and the turret's further forwards, she would be able to just push out and before it would react, just kill one of us.
Well said.
Even though we lost the first round, I have been liking to just force a Sheriff no shield because it still means that I'll be able to go light shield the next round and gives a very good chance to win your save round if you're able to hit your shots. Once again, I'm still taking note as well that they pushed out B again. They flanked round 1 and they're still pushing out the other sides. And as you'll see, the Sheriff does get us quite a few kills this round.
Nice, Gecko's one shot with your Sheriff.
And my teammate comms that Gecko's one shot, so now I know that I only need to aim to the body.
I died in the one shot.
Yours dead.
One stairs.
Gecko's one, Gecko's one.
Just they do still die, but that comm still comes in handy, because remembering that in a second I recom that to my teammate again, and it wins the round.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
One shot. Nice.
Okay.
Here's my first mistake of the game. We are now on our buy round, and I decided to lurk against their save, which is something that you don't want to do, but we're lucky that it worked. Because if I had died here, I would have given the enemy team a Vandal, which they otherwise wouldn't have had, and given them the opportunity to win the round. But because they pushed out B again, and there was 2 of them, we pretty much know the B's free.
Shorty!
Even though we do find out that Vayner is still here.
He went door. He went door.
And now at this point I'm just pushing for KD. So here I'm calling to go C, because I'll be able to grab Orb and ult. When you have ult on Lotus, you either want to go C or B. The ult's good on all 3 sites, however A is just slightly worse because the best ult, it can still be wallbanged if someone is in tree. And I normally like to go C with it. My C flank turret, you'll see, is hidden, and it still once again gets a long line of sight. When we're pushing on Lotus C, I always put my alarm bot in like the little water alley. Just gets a good information when they're trying to retake, and it really slows them down.
Okay.
Now I commented that I was going to play back in Mound, and Vayner's commented that no one's flank. So I think it's a mistake on her part, because she ended up sitting there the entire round, even until everyone on the site was dead. And like I had a reason to be back here playing lineups, but even still, she just sat there the whole time. And we did nearly win the round, but I wasn't able to get the spray through the smoke.
One enemy remaining.
Nice try.
And now here, I'm just holding stairs for pretty much the whole round, because I don't know why, but we just decided not to smoke this round. So, like usual, I place my alarm bot there, just like the alarm bot on C. That's my default alarm bot when we're attacking on A,
One heaven.
just to get good information when they're retaking.
Main. I mean
And
stairs.
I want to point out, we still have only just smoked,
Do you want me to smoke deep for you?
but
Go on side dropped.
I get 2 kills there, good trade with my teammate. And the third.
One enemy remaining.
and we win that round as well. So now, Chrono Void's one of my favourite Vandals, and now here's where I decided to pop off. I'll point out as well that my Gecko is doing a very good flash off the start, because it'll clear if they're trying to push up, and it'll also clear that newer cubby. We know runs flank now, which is the only real thing I've got to point out this round, and I'm just commenting that I'm just going to peek off my Gecko. Which it ends up not needing to, because Reyna is also here and gets the kill. But then we know that one more flank, which I do kind of whiff here.
One enemy remaining.
I was just going with my Gecko there to make sure that we've got at least 2, so that even if Gecko died, we'd still be able to get the trade.
Flawless.
So I would say here is where I should have started lurking, which I do pick up on that a bit later, but this is the round that I should have started lurking, because they have pretty much either pushed out or tried to flank every single round. So by sitting in a different spot to my team, it'd be able to almost guarantee a free kill. But I don't start lurking yet. We have also pushed A like a lot of rounds, which is why they're pushing out C and B. We've conditioned them to the fact that we're just pushing site hard.
Wait,
So they're probably leaning into over-rotating now.
What? These guys are brain dead.
We choose to rotate off of the Killjoy ult, but then we kill Yoru,
What is this dumbass doing?
and then
Go back,
I don't know about the
go
call,
back,
but
go
our Vayner
back,
calls
go
to
back.
run
Alright, go
back
back.
to A, which we haven't rotated off enough that they're gonna have all rotated, so there are still like 2 here, but
I'm smoking you guys. Come.
and yeah, so that call leads to there still being 2 here, and it kind of loses us the round almost. You guys go if you want, I'll stay back and lurk. So now I finally realised that I can lurk, so I'm just gonna stay back A, try to catch them rotating, or at least get info on when they're rotating and how many there still are on this side of the map.
10 seconds left.
You'll notice that when I'm flanking,
One spawn, one waterfall.
I'm making sure to
Yeah,
call
see that.
which one I'm going to be able to kill, making sure they know where I am.
Last one spawn, last one spawn. I have smoke, I have smoke. Smoke spawn, smoke spawn.
Placing alarm bot behind me just to make sure that the one halls
Yeah.
doesn't
I think he's
wrap
already out, I
around,
think he's already out.
and then just so that I only have to hold this one angle.
So,
And then I think this Killjoy just forgets that I was here.
He's going top. Nice.
okay.
Like I was the smarter one.
Like I said
And
before,
I am a
they're pretty
genius.
conditioned to thinking that we're just going to push A site most of the rounds. So now I've made the decision that I am going to start lurking and
Deleted.
catch the Reyna, who really fast pushed out. Now that we've got numbers, I'm forgetting about the lurk and just going back to my team. No need to get over aggressive and throw numbers.
Placing sentry.
Flawless.
Once again, commenting that we're going to go C with my ult, and also at the same time try to catch the Reyna, as she pushed last time, so she may do it again.
Turret out.
Instead of using my ult like we had said though, we decided to use Ray's ult instead and just go in before I've ulted. So instead I'm saving my ult for to hold site a little bit, considering we already have the entry. As soon as my teammates make contact and it looks like there's a possibility for them to start retaking, that's when I drop the ult, noticing the fighting in pools.
Like I never left. Placing swarm grenade.
One thing I'll point out now, because it's a common
There's
thing
two spawn,
throughout
two spawn. Clove and,
the game,
Placing alarm
Gecko.
bot.
if you ever play Gecko
Actually,
in this situation, you'll notice that my Gecko keeps using his wingman to plant the bomb in like a safe
Yeah,
spot.
probably.
When you've got wingman, you may as well try to plant it in the best spot possible. So on Lotus, planting it for mound, because you're not having to risk a player.
You're gonna be chasing you right now.
But we keep on planting safe, which just makes it harder for us to hold.
I'm ping.
One enemy remaining.
Nice.
Damn,
you guys are shooters!
Or something. I've just commed that might only be Clove on B based on previous rounds and because she'll have to play B to smoke. But of course, team ends up running at A again instead of listening to me and going B. So instead, I just lurk once again. The lurk didn't really lead to anything here because even if my team went A, I would have been really late, but instead they went B, so it kind of opened me up to be in this position anyway. So it didn't really change anything here, but just showing that
Placing alarm
most of the
bot.
time on Killjoy, lurking can be very powerful.
Placing sentry.
One shot.
One
The only thing
enemy
here,
remaining.
peeking off my turret there to get the clove, and
No,
then
no, no.
constantly changing elevations
Smoke dead, smoke
Sure,
dead.
sure.
so that I'm not peeking from the same spot.
I think she walked out. Yeah, she walked out. She's
Placing
on
And
me.
now trying not to die, just playing
Close
to
numbers,
Killjoy.
making sure she can't push me,
Placing swarm grenade.
She's on the close right. I'm pretty sure.
just to keep me and Gecko alive so that we can easily play off each other for the post plan.
Not
No,
on,
no.
not on. Nice, well played.
I'm 15 and 2 right now, so I'm just gonna keep lurking because it's obviously working. It's doing a lot of work for the team
Probably relax it
and
again.
creating a lot of uncertainty
Don't
for the
go
enemies.
looking hard out. That's my job. Bot coming back. Alarm bot out.
I've heard Clove use both of her smokes, so I calm that so that my team can go fast A, because it means they're not going to be able to get smoked off. But as you can see, once again, my Clove also didn't use her smokes again. For whatever reason, she just doesn't like smoking.
Dropping smokes.
But instead, I'm able to be pushed up enough to be able to catch the one trying to early rotate back to C,
That's
Lol,
done.
bum.
which otherwise could have been really bad for us.
Placing sentry.
You can put your mollies on one, KJ. There's one waterfall.
Avena pushes up, which is good,
Terminated.
gets us back our
One
numbers.
enemy remaining.
Nice, last one waterfall.
I got the spike.
But I didn't.
Never mind.
And then, kind of a bad combo Vayner. Our Gecko asked if anyone could be Halls, and Vayner said no. And turns out there was one Halls.
Oh, sorry.
Placing
I'll
swarm
come back.
grenade. Swarm grenade out.
Oh, he ulted. KJ, you got this.
And then I don't know what the Hall was doing.
Who could have predicted?
The only new thing to really point out from this round is that I always like to use alarm bots to clear smokes,
Reloading.
just to get rid of that chance that there could be someone sitting in there. Especially when I'm using my ult, because then it also works to ensure that we know if someone's going to try to push the ult.
They're flooding, they're flooding.
80 Clove.
Last player standing.
This setup that I do here is one that I only really use for pistol rounds, because on pistol rounds people generally just push hard, there's not really any slow play.
Placing swarm grenade.
So this one works really well if they just push hard into the site, because it'll just melt them as they come around the bend. But I'll switch off of this as soon as it's not pistol round. It's just really playing to get a kill. They don't end up coming C, instead they just run into A really fast. But my team are able to hold it.
One enemy remaining.
So we win another round. And now this is my normal C setup.
Placing swarm grenade.
This molly is very good, it stops them from
Placing
pushing
swarm grenade.
to the small
Placing
alleyway,
alarm bot.
and also can't be broken. Gecko C.
Probably Z fault.
Found them.
When my molly's activated, I didn't actually see my alarm bot chasing that person all the way to waterfall. So I probably so I didn't.
Destroyed.
So it's kind of my fault that I didn't comp.
Spike down.
That one was all the way pushed up.
Got three.
But I still get my 3. But unfortunately, the one pushed up does
He has a
get
shorty and he got a
kill
Vandal.
on Clove and gets a Vandal.
One main and one in us.
Same thing here. I didn't expect one to. I kind of whiffed here,
One
but
enemy
my team was able to
remaining.
get the trade anyway. But
Last
even though
player
it's my
standing.
fault, the Randy got the Vandal here. I do still think we should have won this round, especially after I got 3. What are we doing? I've just switched to A this round. May as well for our save,
Yeah.
but I don't get the kill.
Last player
But we still get 2
standing.
on our save, so it wasn't wasn't awful.
Super easy to pick
This
on.
time, I realised that when they're going to push C, they might again have one push to try to push up far. So I'm changing the setup because they might think I'm still using the old one, and I'm instead placing a setup to try to avoid having one push up and kill my
Placing
team
swarm
again.
grenade. Placing swarm grenade. Alarm bot out.
Lots are again. 3 at least.
My teammate commented that there was like a lot A and that there was at least 3, so I did rotate off too early, and it turns out there wasn't any A, and instead they just fell for a fake,
Okay.
Alarm bot down.
and they were on C.
Swarm grenade out.
So we just lost C again.
I'm swinging from in as soon as I can.
Let me see. Right there.
And then we retaked the ball, got our trades, and then we just
Last player
yeah.
standing.
Now this round I don't have an alarm bot because I want to be able to buy full shields the next
Placing
round.
sentry.
To full buy, you need to have at least 4,500 for the next round, or 3,000,
Swarm grenade.
3,900 to go light shield. So I decided not to have an alarm bot. So I know that I'm not gonna be able to hold C on a safe and not alarm bot. So I just play off a bit
Yeah, we have all of
Oh
it.
yeah.
because my teammates are also leaving me on
Exactly.
the entire C by myself.
Turrets destroyed.
Nicely tried.
Last player standing.
And I will point out, I don't know what Gecko was doing here. So now I'm realizing that this half is really going downhill, and it's where I really start to like get annoyed, especially because
But I think
my teammates start complaining about them being able to push onto C so easily,
It doesn't.
while they're like 3 stacking A every
Placing swarm
round.
grenade. Placing swarm grenade. Alarm bot out.
And you can see that I just get left on like pretty much this entire half of the map by myself, and then they end up coming C again.
I'll stay.
Found them. Had your fun.
Unfortunately, the only kills I get when holding it are the Clove twice, but once again, it wasn't even that they pushed up C, it was the fact that we just let the Yoru just lurked up B and got a kill on us. And yeah, now we've had one person. So I don't know what they meant by that. They said don't leave Killjoy on C by themselves, and then said let's keep 3
One
stacking
enemy
A.
remaining.
My ult is ready.
And then just probably, but they wanted to leave B open, even though we know that the Yoru's lurking up B almost every round. So
We play retake with the ults. We have like.
I come to go 2C, 2A, and I'll play A for a round while I've got my ult,
Thanks.
and then instead to play 2 on C.
Yeah.
Placing alarm bot.
It's a typical Ascendant game where I'm seem like I'm muted, so we still only leave so now we leave Reyna on C by herself, so we have absolutely nothing to hold C.
140 Gecko. 3C.
And she still
Couldn't
even
say.
pushes up and just yeah. So now we've just completely lost C again. You want to loop around and flank. Otherwise
Right
it's gonna
there.
get
Go
found.
Palmer.
Initiated.
Spike
I've come
planted.
for one of us to flank and try to catch them, but leaving my ult. But once again, seems like I'm muted, so I end up trying to go do it.
Caught 2.
And I slowed down because I thought one was going to push through the door, but instead it just delayed
Last
me too
player
much.
standing.
Like I never left.
Last
So
player
instead I was just
standing.
too late. Nobody listens. And now that round also, I'll point out, was the start of what was going to happen every round now. There's a trend now that Reyna is just going to push every round and just be first death every single
Placing swarm
round.
grenade.
and she's just leaving us in a 4v5 pretty much every round. They're on A here and they're ulting. So I thought Vase looked like she was going to go stairs just then when she pulled out her gun and held it. But she instead came heaven with me and Clove, which ended up with just one lurking upstairs. So it's not necessarily Vase's fault, just kind of, yeah. I feel like she should have gone stairs and I didn't realise that she didn't go stairs. My team are commenting that they want to play retake C, which I disagree with because it makes somewhat sense because we can't hold C like at all. But at the same time, I didn't think I'd have to say that we also can't retake C. Our C is just awful. And I don't know why we haven't put another person on C with me yet. But I do listen. I instead just try to stop them from pushing up far and sit and play more back so that we can still try to retake. And Vayner's, yeah, died to the Yoru B main again.
Turret down. Alarm bot down.
Oh yeah! Monster on the loose!
The hunt begins.
And so, it's just really another round that we've just lost to C.
Swarm grenade.
So Vayner's now complaining about the fact that Yoru's getting 3 kills on B every round, while she's the one pushing up and dying to the lurking Yoru. So it's a bit weird, but once again, yeah, so I'm still being left by myself on C, because now Vayner's called to 2-stack B, and have 2 people push up. Which is just, you know, what a surprise at this point. They come C. I've altered my setup again to try to delay plan now. That's the whole goal of this one. But, yeah, we get no value pushing out B, and instead we end up trying to retake C again.
Yeah, it's like that.
Last player standing.
He's up. Someone's there.
Spike planted.
Get him, wingman. The wingman's down.
How do we keep stacking? So I'm once again having to ask for
They hit A though.
another person to come C with me.
Get
We
good
shouldn't
play.
be fucked if we have 2 or 3 there. But I don't know what I expected when I asked for someone to come C, because we just ended up 3 stacking A again and still leaving me by myself. And it honestly didn't even matter that Raze came C, because she ended up just doing what Vayner did the other time, and she just pushed me out and died. On you, right here. And now I've commented that one's behind Vayner. I don't even know how this interaction happened, how that Vayner that I saw ended up getting into the cubby without getting seen by Vayner.
One enemy remaining.
Like, I don't even know how that happened. My Vayner is just genuinely, I don't know.
30 seconds left.
But inside here, I noticed that all 3 of us are about to peek from the same angle. So instead, I wrap heaven.
I have a smoke. I'm gonna smoke from off tree.
Drop in a smoke.
I smoked off front tree here. He walked out.
10
Plant
Just to make
left.
sure that we can.
Nice.
Point.
I have to ask again for someone to come C with me, which I was getting annoyed at this point. C with me.
Placing swarm grenade.
Can someone come C?
Placing swarm grenade.
We don't learn. So now this
Someone go
round
C,
again,
someone go C.
the one that's going to come C with me is going to be very late because we've only just started running over.
Go C.
Just made the connection that I asked for someone to come C.
A 3.
Yeah, sorry, just anchor C.
Reyna, you'll notice, pushes and dies again.
Going up heavy.
Same thing as every other
140.
round. Pushes, dies to Yoru.
Who's
Break down,
next?
go B. There's 2 guys.
Someone also comms that they're hard A, which doesn't make sense because there was 1 lurking and 2 or 3 on C, so there can't have been more than 2 on A. But we killed the
Let me go
Yoru
first. Trade me.
Fine.
and the
Apple
other one
pie.
that tried to push
Alright,
up and
let me go.
trade him.
Spike
Yeah, kind
down.
of. We once again have a 3v2 with Global, which looks very good. But yeah, it's kind of unfortunate they just stayed back, waited her out.
Last player standing.
One here.
And now here's where I really disagree with our Gecko. He's got ult again, just trying to hold off.
30 seconds
And
left.
he makes a really good decision to change his positioning here. And get into a more unexpected position. But then he throws it by flashing and gives away his position. I don't know. I just don't know. Don't know why. I just decided to lurk again this round.
Venus won't go.
Instead, trying to hold, see if there's a B push out. And it ends up,
Calling my bot.
and this lurk ends up being really good. Because I get, it could have been better, but we lost A. So they came B with me. We got the bomb down B. And so I decided to get up heaven really quick because they wouldn't expect me here. And now, most likely they're not going to clear me here. Until my Clove decided to smoke it. And make it a bit obvious that there could be one sitting up here. So now I've been cleared.
You should run.
And my Clove has said that she smoked it so that they wouldn't clear me. So now my Vayner wants me to switch the timing and off of C and instead hold B. So
Switching sides.
I was just lost at this point. Why she wanted me on B now and completely just leave C. I'm so done. But like, yeah. So I don't know about Ovena. She gets called out for pushing and dying every round and blames the fact that she's pushing and dying
Placing swarm grenade.
on the rest of the team for not holding B. So, I don't know. So instead this round we play 3B. And still no one on C with me. Reyna pushes and dies again. And even with 3 on B, we still managed to lose it.
Spike
Perfect
planted.
accuracy.
But we win the round, tie up the overtime.
Overtime.
Now, just listen to this. I commed to go C. Let's just go C. We haven't done that. The only other times we've gone C is with Killjoy ult when we want it. No one comes. Clove makes the connection. Come C. Come C. Am I like? I have to comment again.
Finished. No PK.
Cutting their vision.
Alarm bot out.
Wingman's planting.
And once again, with Wingman, we're still planting in the corner that we can't hold.
Placing swarm grenade. Placing swarm grenade.
Not too big of a deal, because we ended up winning the round. And now I'm just playing back, trying to play time off my mollies, stay in range of my flank turret, and we go. But my teammates on site managed to
One enemy
work
remaining.
in and win the round. So before this next round starts,
Match
just
point.
have a guess. Will any of my teammates come and hold C with me? The answer was no. I'm solo C again, like every other round this half. So I'm just going back to my pistol round setup, because I haven't tried that with them pushing C yet this game.
Alarm bot.
And even though we're in overtime, Raze pushes up, tries something, but it doesn't work, and we've ended up just losing another duelist pushing off the start of the round. This round was just confusing. This round wasn't even anything to do with the team, it was just everything was just weird. Because then we know there's a few A. Reyna actually hasn't pushed out B this time.
There's three A-sided. Killjoy, Gecko, and Ray.
That's not. And then Reyna's on B.
Coming out B now.
Your TP. They look like they're pushing out onto B, but then your
They're going C,
TP's
yeah.
C.
Reyna's going door.
Turret down.
But then they don't push C. Oh, what? No, you
Yeah, the ending C.
This was like so many fakes in one round, because now the door's opening, Reyna's
Last
back
player
on A.
standing.
Hey, what?
Yours still on C. Clover's on A. Now I'm just confused. That's not even. And then someone comms that they were ending C. That's just. But our Clove still looks the wrong direction here. It dies.
What?
And it ends up the bomb's on A anyway. So I don't even know what happened that round.
Switching sides.
But. And then all of that for a draw at the end of the game. I'll point out as well that. Yeah. Obviously this was a very attack half for me because I got less than 10 kills in the second half, just getting rolled on C every round. But
Oh my
even though I
god, all
got
that
less than 10 kills
jaw.
in the second half, I still MVP'd by like over 50 combat score. But yeah, so it was a good game. Too bad we just fell off really hard in the second half.